All right, let's call to order the Flood Control District meeting. The Board of Supervisors. Today is April 22nd. We're meeting in the Supervisors Hearing Room. Pursuant to ARS 38431.02H, the public will have physical access to the meeting room 15 minutes prior to the start of the meeting. Any item on this agenda is open for discussion of possible action. Members of the public may attend via Microsoft Teams or the mobile app. The board may permit public comment during discussion on any item on this agenda. To speak, return the speaker request form to the clerk of the board by 9 a.m. on the day of the meeting. We'll begin with a roll call. District 1.
Crosby's here.
District 2.
Gomez is here.
District 3. Antonori is here. All supervisors are present. Ms. Gomez is attending via Microsoft Teams. All right. So we have the consent agenda. Or call to the public on this? Nope. None. Okay.
Point of order, sir.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, I'd like to break out consent agenda item number 2 to hear from Ms. Watkins, and I have some comments about item number 2 also.
Oh, okay. All right. So then let's just move agenda item.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I need a second to do that. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Second.
should I make them?
No, I don't
Make a
need a
I
motion
second.
should have
yet?
called it a motion.
Okay.
No, any board member can
Well,
move an
okay,
item
all
for
right.
It
discussion.
should have been a motion. Oh, okay.
No, it doesn't have to be a motion. Okay. No. Well, we'll pull it off. It's pulled off. So let me get a number 1 then.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we accept consent agenda item number 1, approve the minutes for the Flood Control District meeting, April 8th, 2025.
Second.
All right. Motion second. Any discussion? None. All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. It has been approved. So next we'll go to number 2, Mr. Crosby.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve demands and budget amendments for operating transfers.
All right. I'll second that. Now discussion. I guess you'd like Ms. Watkins to.
Certainly, Ms. Watkins, would you care to tell us about the difference between the different recharge programs that you have specifically? I think, to me, there's a difference. If anything having to do with the riverside of the county versus the Wilcox Basin, for instance, and we talked about a couple of the bills from Fuller Hydrology.
Yeah, the item there for J.E. Fuller for $32,451.63, that's for the Wilcox watershed study that we're doing in the Sulphur Springs Valley. We are doing a master plan watershed study for the whole basin that will have all the flow rates of 500 CFS or greater, and then along with that, we will have locations of potential recharge sites, and we have the draft done on that, and that will be presented to the board probably in July. And so this is a contract with J.E. Fuller that have been doing the analysis for us, and that's in the Wilcox Playa.
It was very exceptional, I guess, that we're talking about rates of 500 cubic feet per second.
Correct, cubic feet per second, like 500 basketballs coming to you every second.
Could you tell us about that and how that is important to the projects that you are working on?
500 CFS is what our regulatory floodplain is, our regulatory flood flow. So if there's any wash or flow discharge greater than 500 CFS, then it is regulatory flow rate by the flood control district.
I see. Well, that makes sense. Does anybody else have any more questions for Ms. Watkins?
No, I have nothing. Any, Ms. Gomez?
No, not at this moment.
All right.
Okay, so I just wanted to make a few comments, and I'm not going to read this whole thing, don't worry. But this is from my 2013 observation of the Sprinka. And at that time I said, and this still goes, it's amazing how little things change in 12 years, I said. What I'd like to see is a measurement of tax-funded man-years of government employee time spent on the San Pedro River cash cow. Is there no use for a hydrologist besides creating their own problems to solve? If you want to know if the U.S. government is overstepping its bounds, just ask yourself, would the original states have ratified the Constitution if it said an endangered fish or plant could threaten the state economy or national defense? It appears as though during the Colby years and later, this watershed was subjected to well over $10 million of federal tax-funded studies. As a result, experts discovered that we have this grave problem with the water table and the impending death of the river. However, it was also discovered by these experts that by spending more tax money, we could save the river and the experts could remain employed. The last BLM speaker's recommendation was even more measuring and testing, and that's not surprising because their strategy is rather simple. Study, plan, control. Like the unelected Upper San Pedro Partnership recent news article citing another $12,000 study on domestic water wells.
I don't know what's going on.
So the citizens can count on me to be who I said I was, and I won't support subsequent efforts to advance renewable, sustainable boondoggles. That concludes my comments, Mr. Chair.
All right. Any additional discussion?
I would like to also note that heading your way is probably something that you've seen before, a PowerPoint about the Sprinka and a narrative about the Sprinka. So besides what you have in front of you there, Ms. Lowenheim will send you a couple more documents that I hope to continue to brief you on.
Yeah, so we should also work session that then, so we don't get in trouble
Precisely.
with the open meeting law. So
That's true.
we'll have to set that up and get that placed on the agenda. All right, Ms. Gomez, any other comments? None? All right, we have a motion on the floor to approve the demands and budget amendments for the operating transfers. All those in favor say aye.
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 All motion passes 3-0. All right, next meeting will be the jail district meeting to approve the minutes and demands. All right, so we'll adjourn the library district.